Should homework be banned? Some argue that homework is good for students, as it teaches them time management and the ethic that the more effort you put into something, consolidating it and revising, the more you'll get out of it. Others argue that homework stresses students out and diminishes the time that they should spend playing and doing creative things. The main arguments for and against homework fall into two categories. Firstly, the effect homework has on educational outcomes. For example, does it improve results? And secondly, the effect of homework on students' well-being and general health. Let's get to it. People in favour of homework argue that doing homework improves students' education outcomes in exams and tests. Quite simply, by doing more work outside of the classroom, consolidating the things they've learned, it means students know more and are more likely to succeed in tests and exams that are designed to find out how much they know. As well as retaining more information, homework is said to improve students' ability to manage time. They have to do the homework to a deadline and motivate themselves to start it in the first place. People who think that homework should be banned argue that there is no concrete evidence that it improves results. They also argue that homework can incentivise cheating, because it is work done away from the classroom with no teacher there to check that students aren't. Also, one could argue that as something done outside of school, homework can disadvantage certain students who don't have the access to materials like the internet, or even basics like pen and paper, or a place to study. As well as this, students from richer families can get a tutor to help them with their homework, which is unfair on students from poorer families. The next group of arguments relates to the effect homework has on students' well-being and general health. Those who want to ban homework argue that working to a deadline makes students stressed and sleep deprived, even to the point of being ill. Furthermore, for kids' development, homework maybe isn't the best way for them to spend their time. Kids need time to just be kids, to run around and play. Opponents of homework argue that it takes away this precious leisure time, and time that can be spent creatively, like playing an instrument or making artwork, or even just reading. Those in favour of homework argue that it benefits students' health because it reduces screen time and sets them up with routines that can go into later life. Also, it involves parents more in their kids' education, which helps to open up communication between them and their kids' teachers. Opponents argue, on the contrary, that homework disrupts family life. To conclude, it seems that the main arguments in favour of homework are that it gives students a chance to consolidate the work that they've done in class, which thus increases the chances of them succeeding in tests and exams, as well as helping to set them up with good habits for work in terms of working to a deadline and being independent and self-motivated. Those opposed to homework say that it can put an undue amount of stress on students, which is detrimental to their mental and physical health. As well as this, opponents question the utility of homework, whether it is actually the best way for young people who are still developing to spend their time. That's homework. Thanks for watching. Please like, please share, and please subscribe.